This rant is for Mr. Ron Paul. Ron Paul got on the internet or on YouTube the other day, and I saw his video the other day. I don't know when the guy did it, but the man was definitely trying to sell some fear. He was trying to put fear in the American people's minds that this debt crisis is going to cause total anarchy, and then the government's going to crack down, and then inalienable rights will go down the toilets, and blah, blah, blah. One, Mr. Paul, I don't think the American people will allow that. And you all think you got this big, powerful government over there in Washington, D.C., but let me tell you something. The people that run that government are the people of the United States of America, and I think we're a lot more stronger than you are. No, and we have one thing that backs us up that I can legally say this, and that is the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. The reason why we were given that right is to throw idiots out of Washington. And right now, I think that's what we have. We have a bunch of idiots in Washington. That Congress that we have in there cannot come up with anything. And here's the deal. We haven't had a working budget in 800 darn days. Over 800 days. And that's the president's responsibility. Who in the heck does he think he is by not allowing us to have a budget? Not submitting a budget. Whether or not Congress passes it or not is one thing or another. He hasn't even submitted one. Here's another thing I want you to think about, Mr. Paul, and that is about Social Security. On last pay stub that I got, I saw state income tax held, federal income tax held, and FICA withheld. And the FICA was actually the most amount of money that was withheld on my paycheck. So here's what the deal is. Y'all are talking about throwing away and making cuts in Social Security and in Medicare, when actually we're already paying more taxes on that than we do anything else. That is always the highest deduction out of my paycheck is FICA. And here's the deal. I don't understand why you want to make any cuts. It's still solvent. It's going to be solvent until 2037 or 2036. That's 25 years down the road. What is wrong with you people? I suspect that the nation's economy, if you can get your heads out of your butts, will pick up by 2036. I honestly believe that. There's two things that need to happen for that to happen. And one is that's to get America back to work. You fools in Washington gave our jobs away with the free trade agreement that Mr. Bill Clinton, yes, a Democrat, decided that he was gonna work this thing in, and by 2010 it was gonna be there. And what happened? No, it's not there. All the American jobs are overseas, and being all these American jobs are overseas, we're not getting any income tax. That's why you have a deficit. That's why you had to bail out Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. What the heck is wrong with you? Balanced budget. The only way we're going to get a balanced budget is to put America back to work. The executive branch and the judicial branch have just fallen down on the job altogether. We need to restore to Congress the power. The president does not deserve the power that he has. Here's the deal. Congress needs to go ahead and let go of all these lawyers and all these well-educated people that are in the Congress. We need to put regular people in the Congress. I agree, the Senate needs to stay. The Senate needs to be lawyers and high intelligent people. That's to keep Congress under control. But Congress is representatives of the people. Congress is the amount of people that are in Congress has to do with the population of a particular area. Where the Senate, it's 2 senators per every state. Now listen, Mr. Paul, you stop selling fear in the American people's eyes. The government's not going to shut down. You're not going to run out of money. You do need to make some cuts, though. And I suggest that you cut the alphabet. ATF, they're jerks. They're just a bunch of loose cannons. The DEA, make drugs legal. This is America. It's a free country. Let people be free. You know, the billions of dollars we waste on prisons and the billions of dollars we waste on the ATF and the DEA, I say abolish them. There is some savings right there. That's all jobs that the FBI needs to be doing anyway. Bring the draft back. Make Iraq pay us back. They're paying 35 cents for a gallon of gasoline over there. Make them pay us back. Afghanistan, the same thing. Make them pay us back. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Mr. Paul, you have a fine day. People out there, this is Dog, best 7-3, doggone.